was a teenage wedding and the old folks wished them well. You could see that Pierre did truly love the mademoiselle.
We often hear that what people are looking for in a screenplay is a unique voice. So what is voice in writing? The standard definition is that voice is style, or having a style. The phraseology, the rhythm, the punctuation, the word choice, and elevation. Where a writer separates themselves from others is in the recipe they blend together when creating the experience of story. Looking at one specific ingredient in that recipe, I would like to focus on rhythm, especially in how it can be used to create suspense. The great Russian filmmaker Andrei Tarkovsky once said, "Unlike all the other art forms, film is able to seize and render the passage of time. I'd say that film is the sculpting of time."
Or 19. I'm not really sure.
We have analyzed the opening of Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds to see how adept he is at directing suspense. But for an example in his writing, I will refer to the book Cinematic Storytelling by Jennifer Van Seal and her analysis of the adrenaline shot scene in Pulp Fiction. This technique not only generates much more suspense in a scene, but also creates a leaner, more focused script writing style. So let's see how it's achieved by comparing the screenwriting style of a less experienced writer with Tarantino himself. Here's how someone less experienced may approach the scene. Vincent holds the needle above his head. He is ready to plunge it into Mia's chest. Vincent, count to 3. Lance, 1, 2, 3. Vincent plunges the needle hard into Mia's chest. Her eyes pop wide open and she bolts upright. She screams. Now let's take a look at how Quentin Tarantino wrote the actual scene. Vincent lifts the needle up above his head in a stabbing motion. He looks down on Mia. Mia is fading fast. Soon nothing will help her. Vincent's eyes narrow, ready to do this. Vincent, count to 3. Lance, 1. Red dot on Mia's body. Needle raised, ready to strike. Lance, 2. Jodie's face is alive with anticipation. Needle in the air, poised like a rattler, ready to strike. Lance, 3. The needle leaves frame, thrusting down hard. Vincent brings the needle down hard, stabbing Mia in the chest. So before we analyze the written scene, let's take a look at the actual
film. All right,
film.
count to 3. All right, ready? 1. 2. 3.
The main difference between the two screenwriting styles is the amount of suspense generated. The first has very little, but the second is full of tension. How does Tarantino achieve this? The first amateur script writing version is closer to real time. In real life, Vincent would take a moment to prepare himself, lift up the needle above his head, wait for Lance's 3-second countdown, and plunge it in. In Tarantino's version, though, everything is slowed down, thus increasing the amount of suspense as we wait for Vincent to plunge the needle into Mia's chest. He takes care to extend the action by frequently employing cutaways and reaction shots of the other characters in the scene. In contrast, the first version just tells us what's about to happen and then it happens. There's no suspense in the scene because the writer doesn't give us a chance to worry. The whole thing's over before we've had that chance. So develop a screenwriting style that uses one line as one shot. Instead of using camera angles such as close-up, medium shot, or wide, each line of description implies each of these shots. For example, the lines, "Vincent's eyes narrow, ready to do this," and the red dot on Mia's body. These both increase our anxiety because we're literally left waiting for it to happen. This is a great way of expanding time to create suspense because you're letting the audience know this is an important moment in the film.
If you're all right, then say something.
Something.